Hey guys, in the very same spot as last time. By the way, choo-choo train in the background again. Interrupting train says choo-choo. In the very same spot, like I said, decided to go ahead and keep on recording just in a different episode because I was at a pretty good wrapping up point as I look down at the ground. But I got myself a little bit too excited about the industrial craft stuff that we started getting into. So last episode kind of did some bee stuff. My bees are starting to die down, as you guys can see. That little progress bar on the side goes down and down and down until your bee dies. I'm gonna continue to do some crossbreeding here until I get something. Oh, by the way, I need your opinion. Mouse cursor. I don't know if you can really see it or not. It's a mouse cursor from a icon pack I used to be in real love with, and I can't remember it for some strange reason. A Windows icon pack, actually. Is it very distracting for you guys, or very difficult to see? Did you prefer the default Windows one? Do you even care? I know a lot of people record with it hidden altogether. Just let me know. It doesn't really matter to me that much. It's been sort of 50-50. I like it a lot better than the Windows Arrow mouse pointer, but at the same time, it's like I'm not too attached to it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rubber from these from this sticky resin. It's the most inefficient way, actually, of getting rubber from it that I'm gonna do. At least is the most efficient way, inefficient way, I should say. But yeah, and this inefficient way that I speak of is via just outright smelting it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm being cheap here. I'm gonna actually, you know what? I can afford that. Let me just take this and get myself 3 stacks of planks. One for you, one for you, one for you. These guys will burn those planks up for me, and I'm going to smelt my sticky resin. And when you smelt sticky resin, I'm going to close that, that's going to get annoying. When you smelt sticky resin, it outputs as dun-dun-dun-dun, rubber. Rubber is the one of the main ingredients in the good majority of the Industrial Craft 2 recipes, as well as machines and devices for those said recipes, and is pretty important. So I'm gonna go ahead while this is doing its thing. I'm gonna toss a hopper on this because I don't want it to. I'm just gonna move my hopper around. I'm gonna tell it to smelt these fir logs as well because I don't really like fir logs for building. I don't like fir planks for building, I should say. Just so you guys can see, this is what the fir plank looks like. It's really not that attractive. But fir logs are useful because I can turn them into charcoal, and I'll just burn the charcoal in my engines down there. So in my opinion, that's an ingenious plan. It actually uses up these planks pretty slowly as well, so that might be another option. Wait, did that get to green? Oh yeah, those get to green. I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm thinking. So as this rubber is smelting, I do want to note that this is the most inefficient way of getting rubber. There are more efficient ways of getting rubber later down the road. Not of getting rubber in general, but of getting rubber from your sticky resin. But right now I'm going to just show you guys a brief preview of all the things that rubber can be used for. You can use it for rubber sheets. Rubber sheets, just block it out of your mind. We're not going to play with them. They're useless. They're dumb. It's a waste of 6 rubber. That's basically what I'm going to leave it at. Then there's copper cabling. Copper cabling can be placed down as cabling to help you transport power, which is what industrial craft is all about. They can also, and are mostly used for other recipes. Copper cable by itself, when placed, is very, very bad at maintaining its energy. It's not terrible. It's not the worst. It's pretty mid-grade as far as I guess conductivity goes. It really loses its, I don't know, insulation I guess would really be the best word here. Basically, it loses any energy it has a lot more than most other cables do. There are some that are worse, but this is one of the bottom tiers. It's low tech. Then there's a different recipe for copper cabling. Same thing as this, just vertical. Then there's insulated gold cable. One-time insulated, so you notice it's only insulated once. This is actually better than copper. Insulated HV, also better than copper. Scuba helmets, we'll get into those later. Basically, this is all part of the hazmat suit, and is pretty cool. That's a part of industrial craft I haven't actually played with too much. That's actually new, in fact. But it involves nuclear reactors and nuclear poison and avoiding it. Some rubber boots. They kind of do what they sound like they do. They reduce your fall damage a lot, actually. Like in most cases, it negates it, but it takes damage. Static charge pads. We'll get into those a lot later. That's pretty advanced, actually. Shapeless. Here you can see we can take these cables that are uninsulated and insulate them. So this is uninsulated copper cabling, the only cable that is worse than just plain insulated copper cabling, which isn't even called insulated, it's just called copper cabling. 1x, this is the 2x insulated gold cabling. That's probably what I'll get started with as far as placed down cabling. It's really the best for affordability at our situation. And then different layers of insulation for high voltage or HV cable. That's pretty much it, actually. Pretty boring. Why isn't this going? Oh, crap. This is going to blow. Whoops. I forgot to set the top of that guy's input. That was my bad. Yeah, so like I said, I think in a past episode, and if I haven't, it needs to be said, these pipes, they have nowhere to put their energy. They build up energy, like you saw there, those big blue bulges. They'll build it up until they blow up. And it gets real bad, real messy. So I need to change my configuration settings so that the top is also an input, because that's no bueno. So we're just going to produce some more charcoal here, or some charcoal, not more. We haven't made any yet. So having gotten some rubber now, I'm actually going to throw it over here in the project table because I want to look into that in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and get started with we'll go and do 15. That seems like a good amount. 15 of my iron. If I come over here and I'm going to just go ahead and put this off. If I take it and I smelt it, I'm going to get, and I know it's kind of throwing you guys off that it puts it in here. I'm going to get, wait, where did it put it? Oh, I know what happened. Never mind. And I'm going to get a piece of refined iron. Refined iron is the base of most machines and most industrial craft to devices in general. As well as copper cabling, but it really is like the base. Most of these things require refined iron of some sort. So I'm going to take a lot of it, and I'm also going to take 5. Yeah, 5 sounds good. 5 of those, and then 4 tin. That sounds good. I was looking to see. Yes, I do. Cool. I'm going to take a furnace. So if we keep track, 4 tin, 3 refined iron, 5 iron, a furnace, some redstone and rubber. If I was keeping track of myself, I would actually have copper as well. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to start off by making a good amount of this insulated copper cabling. I'm just going to call it copper cable from now on. I just say insulated so you guys are aware that I'm not making this stuff, but I'm instead making the good copper cabling. Like I said, it can be placed, and this is what it looks like. Basically, it connects to itself, connects to other stuff. It can be broken with pickaxes or axes. I prefer using an axe in most situations. Blah, blah, blah. Boring stuff. Now, if I take my 4 pieces of tin, 2 pieces of redstone, and one of these copper cables, look what I can make. What is that, you might be asking? It's a rechargeable battery. That's what RE stands for, it's rechargeable. And if I take my rechargeable battery, it can hold energy, but right now we have no way of even making energy. So I'm going to just set this to the side for now. I'm going to take my 5 iron ingots in a sort of, I can't even describe that shape. It almost looks like an A. And put a furnace there. I get an iron furnace. An iron furnace will smelt like most other furnaces I can think of, at least, can smelt. Are we still doing that, or are we doing charcoal? Cool. I picked up my other refined iron. The iron furnace can basically smelt everything like it normally would be expected to, but it smelts it it uses the fuel 150% more efficiently, and also smelts quicker. Not too much quicker, about, I don't know, a time and a half quicker if I recall correctly. Not too much quicker, but a little quicker. So if I take my iron furnace, 3 refined iron, and a rechargeable battery, we get one of these nifty guys, a generator. The generator is the tier 1 energy production unit of industrial craft. I'm going to place it down right here. Why not? Has a pretty basic user interface. What I can do is I can put some type of fuel down here. I could put a battery up here, or any tier 1 type, or tier, I guess 0 to tier 1. I'll say tier 1 for the sake of the video. Tier 1 energy storage up here, and then this is the energy buffer. But the thing is the buffer isn't too big and is actually rather wasteful in some situations. Depends. So I'm also gonna smelt my redwood logs. I know I said I was gonna need them, but I really can just go out there, plant some more of these, wait for them to grow, and move on with my life. Plus, charcoal is way better, in my opinion. At least it is. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna make a nifty little machine to go with that, because I don't want to waste my energy. Like I said, it's pretty wasteful as far as any excess energy goes. At least it definitely is wasteful there. And I don't want to be wasteful. That's not good. Wastefulness is not. It's not promoting to what we're trying to go for. So I'm going to make 3 of those batteries. If you remember the recipe, here's 3 of them. Ta-da! 1 piece of cable, and then 5 planks. Plank can be of any type, of course. This gets me a bat box. Dun da da da! Bat box. Bat box is what it sounds like. It's a battery box. It's a box that basically holds energy. Now I can put it anywhere. I can put it here if I wanted to. Regardless of what it looks like, it really requires a pickaxe. And here's the interface. A slot to output energy, or like a battery or something here. Then a slot to put energy into. Again, tier 1 only. This also has to be tier 1. And then a really big buffer. This is 40,000. 40,000 what? 40,000 EU. EU is what I'm going to be calling energy units. That's what it stands for. But this guy over here only holds 10,000 energy units, whereas this guy holds 4 times that. Combined, we get a storage buffer of about 50,000, but better yet, we have a lack of waste. Now here's the thing. We could take our copper cable and take our generator here, give it some fuel, and hook it up using cabling. And while this would work, this cable, or any cable for that matter, it's kind of a waste of cable. This cable is wasting energy, and it's a waste of my cable. I could really use my cable for better things. So I'm going to remove this. I'm going to pick up my bat box, and I'm actually going to just put it right next to the generator. When it's touching the generator, or in most machines, whenever most machines are touching a power-producing machine, it will transfer the energy directly without a need of cabling. Pretty nifty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of this charcoal I've got. You can see every time I hover over any fuel, it'll tell me how many energy units it'll produce. It can produce 4,000 EU. That means if I want to fill up my bat box, I need 10 pieces of charcoal. 10. I said 10, not 11. So this is going to produce exactly 40,000 EU, which is what I can store. Let's get going. So if I put this in here, you see nothing's really happening. It's just burning. Well, that's not very good, is it? Actually, it's doing exactly what I'm telling it to do. It's burning from here, sure, but it's going straight into here. Look at that number rise. Pretty nifty, huh? So this number is going to go up, go up, go up, and as you recall, if I just take out my 9 charcoal, it produced exactly 4,000 EU out of my 1 piece of charcoal. Pretty nifty. So I can depend on this to be precise, and I will depend on it to be precise. So, you may notice that I've got a few extra resources still. A lot of extra refined iron, really, compared to what I needed. So let's go ahead and get started with something really nifty. A new tool. I'm getting sick and tired of these ruby pickaxes and ruby shovels and sapphire shovels and all these different gem tools. I'm really just getting tired of them. It's nothing against them. I know there's better, so why stick with these when I can just skip to better? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another one of those batteries. You guys remember the recipe for that guy. Another battery. You're about to really see the recipe for it because I'm going to make a lot of them here in a minute. I'm also going to grab 3 diamonds. Finally using up some of these diamonds I've got, huh? Actually, let me clean up my inventory of a few things I don't really need with me. Oh, I already have a workbench too. Oh well. I'm actually going to grab 25 tin, and I'm actually going to use my other copper for this too if I find myself needing more copper. So I think I've got everything I need to get started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new thing that you guys haven't seen yet. If I take 6 of my copper cables 2 pieces of redstone and a piece of refined iron, I can get an electronic circuit. Pretty neat, huh? These are pretty cool, in my opinion. They're not really used by themselves. Actually, they're not used by themselves at all. One thing I haven't shown you guys yet, but I could have if I wanted to, is batteries can actually be placed. Those re-batteries can be placed down, or not actually placed in the world, but can be used to store energy. I haven't used them for that purpose. I've just used them to craft other things. And that's kind of how things will remain for a little while. I don't really need rechargeable batteries in their cell form. I need them in, actual other recipes. I can already tell that I'm going to need more cable, so I'm going to go and make 2 sets. Yeah, that's good. So like I said, I made 2 of these for a reason. I'm also going to make some batteries. I'm going to need a lot of these. I need 7 batteries. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1 electronic circuit, 1 rechargeable battery, and 5 refined iron to make a mining drill. This is a tier 1 Industrial Craft 2 tool. What the mining drill does is, well, you see it has no durability. Well, that's no good. If I try to mine with it, you see it's kind of garbage. I mean, my pickaxe could have done a better job at that. Well, maybe since it's a device, it had that battery. Oh, I see. 0 of 10,000 EU. Interesting. We're going to try putting this in the bat box. Oh, well, now you see it's starting to charge up. And upon charge completion, oh, that's pretty good. That's not bad. Well, now how about stone? Not bad, not bad. What about gravel? Oh, so it works on gravel too. Pretty nifty. That's actually pretty cool. It's a tool that works on both gravel and stone. I wonder if it works on dirt. Probably. My guess would be yes. And in fact, since I know what I'm talking about, I'm tired of fooling you guys. Yeah, it does work on basically any ground material, sand as well. But this is just a mining drill. I didn't use any diamonds on it or anything, so it can't mine obsidian. It can mine everything but that though. And I seem to have burnt through my stack of wood. That is just fine with me. I think I've got enough charcoal for now. Yeah, plenty. I'm gonna just burn a few more charcoal in here. Actually, 1 more should be plenty. 2 more for safe measure. So yeah, tier 1 doesn't mine obsidian. Pretty boring. You can see I'm being offered another one because I did make that 2nd electronic circuit, but I don't want another one. No, I says no. So if I take my mining drill though and I upgrade it with 3 diamonds, best use of 3 diamonds ever, by the way, this is why I haven't made a diamond pickaxe, I can get a diamond drill. Well, let's see what the diamond drill is all about. Pretty groovy. By the way, you notice every time I dig something, my energy goes down. So if we're at 9,840 and I dig a block, we're at 9,760. That uses 80 energy units every time I dig something. That's actually not very good. This isn't going to last very long by itself. I'm going to need a lot of drills, huh? Not really. I could bring around those little batteries, those re-batteries, and if I have them in my hand, I'll show you this actually. I can do this real quick. Pretty neat actually. Can I discharge this? No, I cannot. I'm going to charge up this battery. As you guys recall, I've said that you can charge them, and you can. But if you see how this drill has 9,440 EU, if I right click, it removes energy from this guy and adds it into this guy. Pretty cool. I'm going to discharge the battery's energy back into this bat box though. I want 0 EU in this. I'm going to make something that's actually going to help me out though, because I don't want it to I don't want 6 batteries in my inventory. I don't want 9 batteries in my inventory. I don't want any batteries in my inventory whenever I go mining. I want to just go mine and forget about it. Don't really have to worry about it too much. This is why I made 6 batteries. 6 batteries combined with an electronic circuit and a tin ingot, or tin of any type, gets me a bat pack. The bat pack is pretty nifty. What I can do, I'm going to need a few more pieces of charcoal in my generator to help charge this up. You see it holds, actually it's not going to show you right now because it's being a jerk. It's going to hold, there we go, 60,000 energy units. That's a lot of energy. That's more than my bat box. Well, yeah, I used twice the batteries in this actually. The math on this one, the reason it holds 40,000 isn't quite straight to me. I think it should hold 30, but I'm not going to complain. And here's what I was talking about the internal buffer of the generator. It's starting to fill up, but I really don't want to use that too much. But here we have our bat pack. It's pretty neat, but you're probably sitting here thinking, well, how does it work? Well, first, let me fill it up for you guys. I'm going to just put a few pieces of coal in here as well. just to kind of help make sure that it gets completely filled up like it should be. So it's going to take, like I said, 60,000 energy units. Pretty expensive, or not expensive, but I mean, if you think about it, that's, let's see, that's 10, 3, 13, it's like 15 pieces of coal, or charcoal, to charge this guy up. That's not too expensive. Not for what it brings you, but you guys don't even know what it brings yet. So while that guy is charging up in the background, I'm going to come over here and kind of clean up my inventory again, because I got a lot of stuff. Keep on forgetting that mod items is over here in this crate. Charcoal. Charcoal is going to go here. And, you know what? No, it's not. It's going to go... Do I have any... Oh, well. Still have plenty of redwood logs, too. That's a good thing to see. Oh, wow. This isn't full. Just take a few pieces of coal, fill up the bat box some too for later. So like I said, diamond drill, pretty plain. Right now I'm gonna make a, I'm just gonna make a storage crate. Why not? I want a storage crate over here by the generator that's gonna hold all my charcoal, because charcoal is pretty darn useless for everything else except for what I'm gonna want it in this generator for. And that's gonna keep its inventory too good. So, yeah, like I said, generator over here, and this guy is just about full, 60,000 DU. So what I can do is I can actually put this in my armor slot. Pretty nifty. So, 9,920, let me go ahead and refill this up all the way. Let me come out here, and I'm going to go to the mine real quick. It's not like it's a far walk, it's right around the corner. You can see the little bee particles peeking through my house, by the way. Let's just come, how about here? Why not? Into the farm, actually. No, let's not do the farm. Let's just do right here. If I dig, you recall before it was costing me, what did I say, 80 energy units? Well, I just mined 10 blocks. So 10 times 80 is 800, think about it. So there should be 800 EU missing from this. It holds 10,000, so that would have been 82 or 9,200 left in the drill. Well, no, there's 10,000 left in the drill. Oh, 5,000 or 59,200. That's the same as my 9,200 I was talking about here, just times 5, or times, well, plus 50,000. I'm sorry, I'm being a derp. Well, look at that. It's actually drawing out of my backpack instead of my drill. That's basically what it does. The backpack is another buffer for me, for my player, for my drill. It's an extended battery for my drill, basically. There are better backpacks because you'll find as you go mining, this is, for the average person, this is about 20 minutes worth of mining that this backpack can hold. For me, at least, it's about 20 minutes. Oh, look at this. We're getting some better mutations. We have a common, marbled, and cultivated. Cultivated is what you get when you combine a common with any other base level bee, like marbled or the watery one. There's a watery one right over there, by the way. Any of those. So I'm going to combine them. Let's do common and cultivated and see what we get. Right now at this stage, all of our bees are still producing just plain old honeycombs, which is pretty boring. Later on down the road, we'll actually get better honeycombs, or different honeycombs at least, from these guys. But right now we're at the stage of just basic combs, which is kind of boring, but it's alright. I'm just going to come up here and check out my rubber tree farm, see how it's going. Seems to be going good. Okay, cool. Let's just head on back then. I really need to update my portal gun. I keep on forgetting about that until I fall through the world again. It's not usually a big deal until you fall into your basement. When you fall into your basement like I've done before, it's like blah 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 blah. It's really annoying. So yeah, now unfortunately I've got this extra steel chest plate. Wish it didn't have any damage on it, because then maybe I could have used it for something. And again, I don't think I could have. There should be a use for it, but there isn't. Not should be as in there is one and it's not showing, but should be as in someone should add a use for that. So yeah, got some basic industrial craft stuff done now. I can pretty much rest, and this diamond drill I failed to mention, if you didn't notice, it does dig a lot quicker. it'll actually devour dirt and sand, so it's going to make dirt and sand really quick to get. If you guys have used like an efficiency 4 or efficiency 5 shovel, diamond shovel on vanilla, then you know what I'm talking about, where it almost like spams it everywhere. Let's see, common. Good, we're actually starting to breed out that marbled part and breed in some nice new features. So what I was talking about with the devouring sand and stuff, if I come over here, because I could use some more sand anyways, it never hurts. See what I mean? It just eats it up like crazy. Oh, this is nice. Nice little cave. I'm just gonna fill this up, why not? I don't really need this sand anyways, I was just terraforming for the fun of it. It actually gets to be a real nuisance, actually. But yeah, diamond drill, pretty neat stuff, but it can also mine some obsidian. So because I know it's boring, and it looks like we're at another pretty decent wrapping up point with all my blabbering that I've done, and some basic Industrial Craft 2 stuff here, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Between episodes, I'm going to go dig out some obsidian, though. I'm going to get about 20, maybe 30 pieces of obsidian. I do want to note that mining obsidian with this isn't exactly considerably quicker, but it is notably quicker. Like, it supposedly takes 7 seconds to mine obsidian with an unenchanted diamond pickaxe. It takes about 4 with one of these. It still takes a while, but not as long. Not as painful. It used to be like an Industrial Craft 2 for Minecraft 1.7, like beta 1.7. Old Industrial Craft 2. It used to go through it like this. Like it was crazy. But that was old versions. Not to say that I actually played it back then. I've been going through and playing kind of old versions of Minecraft to bring back the nostalgia. And that was one of the things that I was reminded of, was that. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here, like I said earlier. Getting pretty long, so I'm going to go mine some obsidian and maybe do some more just basic mining so that we can get some pretty cool stuff going. Maybe look into a better energy system next episode. I know we've got our little charcoal thing going on here, but this isn't very great. So yeah, another thing I may look into is some turtle mining. I'll show you guys if I end up turtle mining though. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed episode 5 of the Let's Play series. And yeah, stay tuned. Talk to you guys later.